Hello, the purpose of this video is to explain how to create your ADA standard detail sheet. So you're watching the video lecture and tutorial portion of this document. And on this document, I'm trying to explain that other than the floor plan that has to fit the American with Disabilities Act, where the spaces are supposed to be arranged for accessibility, we must also make sure as architects that we install fixtures, accessories, and signages and other things at the proper height so that people in wheelchair can easily reach and is accessible to them. So the architects are liable for everything about the building, including um, the installation of the fixtures on the walls, and how high are they supposed to be, or how long are they supposed to be. So you I don't know if you've heard, but there's a lot of lawsuits bringing um, the non-compliance of the American with Disabilities Act on to the building owners, and eventually the architect will be dragged into the lawsuit because ultimately it is the architect's responsibility that everything on the building is accessible if it is open to the public. The only thing that is not the only project that is not supposed to adhere to the Americans with Disabilities Act are private homes. Okay, but if you ever um, open to the public, like our cafe, or if you ever have an office where you cannot discriminate against disabled employees, everything in there should be ADA compliant. Okay, so these are your ADA, or these are your bathroom fixtures, and you can see here that all of the um, things that need to be pressed or reached is within 48 inches max. So this is what it means. Okay. So if you have a soap dispenser or tissue dispenser, dryer, here's another trash bin and tissue dispenser, so everything must be within 48 inches max. Okay. The bottom of the mirror must be 40 inches max, and the grab bars are supposed to be 33 to 36 inches max. Okay. So I will give you the sheet that has mostly the accessories and their installation heights. So in AutoCAD, this is how it's going to look like. I'm going to give you uh, these accessories that shows you the height of uh, the openings, and everything needs to be pressed or reached, including if you have drinking fountains. We do not have any drinking fountain in our project, but I'm just going to leave that there. You don't need to put that there if you don't want to, because it's not there anyway. Here you would see fixtures. There's a mirror, and the mirror's bottom is 40 inches max. And then you got your lavatory. Here's the side elevation of the lavatory. We'll discuss what this one is later, but you don't need to do this. I'm gonna go to my model space. I'm gonna delete that so that you won't get confused. Okay. So but yeah, so I'm gonna provide this um ADA sheet that you can just copy from. So here's your heights again for your toilet. There's a urinal here, and then you also have your signages for the doors. So I'll leave that for you to put in. Here's also some signages where you have a braille on the signage. You'll see that in offices and anything to the public where you're supposed to have some signages are supposed to have some brailles on them, and this is the mounting height. You also have these exit signs, and you're supposed to have braille again on them. Here's your symbol for accessibility. You got your um, railing length at the bottom of the stairs, and how long it's supposed to be and how high it's supposed to be. You have a detail here about how are you supposed to connect your grab bars, okay? And then you have your door clearances, okay? These two are actually site details, and you can leave that there I don't think we have this condition here, so you can delete that if you don't want to. This one is a striping, and that goes into the stair. So if you have a stair here, okay, you're gonna have to put in some striping, and that's for again disabled people um, to actually feel the striping. So it's supposed to be like threaded, and it's a slip anti slip or slip resistant, so that people who are blind can feel that hey, there's a rough edge, maybe that's the edge of the stairs or steps. Okay, so I'm going to provide that to you, and you will notice that some of these are scaled. Okay, and you don't need to scale that. Okay, you may actually edit this, and you can type here NTS, which means not to scale. Okay, so if you don't really need to scale that, you can double click this and type NTS. But yeah, so um, these are not how we're doing our detail callouts. So you need to change them. It's not just a clear cut and paste here. You just have to edit that one. These are not the fonts that we're going to use for our drawing. So you are going to open up your A5 sheet, and then this blank space, that's where you're going to put all these standard details. Okay. Looking at the first glance, you may not be able to fit it, so you'll have to compose it yourself. And you're not going to draw this from scratch. I'm going to provide this for you. But for this document 14-2, your independent exercise will be to put your standard details above your restroom interior elevations and your enlarged plan. So this yellow space here, that's where you're going to put all of them. I'm going to provide you this drawing sheet, and this is where you're going to download, and this is what you're going to open. And then you can just copy and paste, compose, change the font, and put that on this yellow space over here. And that's going to be part of what you're going to submit for this week. Okay.